I wonder if ever we're apart. I know that you will lead me home. If I should journey across the deep blue sea, I'll never forget these cold shores. Drums of the islands, I hear you calling me. And I'll return forever yours. I love these valleys, green of sandy shades. The flowers, the music of the earth. These are the things that I love and always will. Though I may roam 1,000 miles, guns of the islands are beating in my home. You're with me no matter where I roam. If ever I wonder if ever we're apart, I know that you will leave me waterfall, coming right down the road, waiting for you, my love. And I can see all of the paradise you'll live within your eyes from my heart. Dream of your fantasies, a place for you and me, my love. Spread your wings and fly away, like to that distant star from my heart. On the fall, traveling back down the wall, waiting for you, my love, and breathe. I can see all of the paradise built there within your eyes from my waterfall. I love these valleys made of sandy shades. The flowers, the music of the earth. These are the things that I love and always will. No matter how much I roam, run to the island, baby. Whatever way you are. If ever I wonder, if ever I'm far, I know that you will lead me home. Get this dobro part. Love this. This sounds like crap. It does sound like crap. We need a better setup. The big audio technician, right? Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. I should say late morning. Sounds like crap. Well, it's the fun of the thing, you know. I enjoyed my time in Hawaii. very much. Used to go to some of the concerts down at the Neil Blaisdell Center on Oahu in downtown Honolulu. Spent a lot of time, Mrs. Zombie, down on Hotel Street, down in the Chinatown section. Good morning, Shannon. How are you? The Dobro is so beachy. And the thing that I like, hey, Becca, how you doing, babe? How are you? Likewise, been out doing stuff, but I'm always catching Dave's streams over there. Thing I loved about Hawaii is if something was cool, they would just take it, right? Right? They would just take it. I mean, if the dobro was cool, grab it, use it. If the guitar was good, just use it. Do your own music and stuff. And that real authentic Hawaiian music, the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau. And of course, Ni'ihau is the Forbidden Island. There's 7 islands of Hawaii, one of which you're not allowed to go to because it's a privately, 100% privately owned. I'm going to save another bridge jumper today. Hey, JK, Happy Meal, how you doing? Coconut bra and grass skirt. Honey, they don't make coconuts that big. I'm just saying. Okay, you don't have to be a manufactured coconut shell to get around these tatas. Hey, Jen. But it was quite the experience to live in Hawaii for 9 months and to experience the culture, to go out to the Arizona Memorial in Pearl Harbor and look around there, and go out on that boat to Ford Island, which is where the Arizona was up against the dock there on Ford Island, a little island in the middle of, on the south side of Pearl Harbor. And you go out on a boat, Navy guys take you out. This little boat goes out to the, how you doing, Katie? Takes you out to the memorial, which is built right over top of the USS Arizona. And you stand there and you look down, and on a calm day, you can see the Arizona below. And you realize standing there, seeing little droplets of oil still come up once in a while, that is the tomb for over, I think, 2,000 Navy personnel down in there, a living, what would you say, one of the most sacred pieces of ground in that body of water in America. And it's very heart, it moves your heart a lot when you see that and you think about those that terrible day of December 7th, that Sunday, and what total hell that island. Hey, Janie, wonderful song stylings. Sambo, it's been chilly here. It's been rainy and still chilly. We do have a little sunshine here. Hello, Parole baby. Rosie ain't no stranger to parole. Never forget. If you've never been to Hawaii, it's a nice place to visit out there. It's a different kind of culture. And of course, the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau, many of you have probably heard of Brother Izzy Kavaka He was the singer who did Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Life is Through. Of course, he was terrifically obese and died very young. Complications of diabetes and heart failure. But he was one of the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau. Anyway, hey, 180, that's one of the places that you're not allowed to visit if you go to Hawaii, because it is a private island, and it's an island that they practice all traditional Hawaiian culture. So very interesting. It's nice to see Dave. Is Dave in here? Okay, nice to see you. Adventure. Hey, well, I didn't. It took me a minute, Dave. I'm still registering your adventures on Here comes, how you doing? How you doing, Shay? Here comes the chargeback. Dave's going to be like, send my fucking shoes back. Send all the stuff. Becca's going to be like, that space gun that you used, send that thing back. Send it back. Charge it back. Yeah, I've been keeping up with Shay. I was watching the fried chicken today. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Dave, you know, Captain Dave, Minister Dave, Airline Pilot Dave, Fisherman Dave, Dickhead Dave. Dave, summer's coming. Summer's coming. Hey, Davey, how you doing? You're going to be out in the great state of Iowa, hanging out. Life in the public eye. Some people, yeah, Astronaut Dave, that's it. Damn, Astronaut Dave. You know, people write me, you know, you go out there and in public, and one of the things that I got asked about is, can you please speak on the, you know, I do street streaming and things like that, and people will ask you things, and I want to give people a couple pieces of advice, because I think Kat's going to do it. Dave's been doing riding. Dave, the excellent speller. Dave has been riding around testing some gear and stuff, and he's been streaming for months now, doing live streams. And if you're going to be in a public place, and this is particularly people, Kat and some other people that may start doing that, some of my advice is, don't be very careful what you tell people, okay? Be honest with people. One of the things that you'll always hear me say when somebody asks, how you doing, eclectic domestic? And we got Mallory here. How you doing? Hey, Vanessa, my beauty queen. They ask, what do you tell people? Tell people you're doing a YouTube live stream. What is a live stream? Tell them that currently is being broadcast to sometimes 250, upwards, sometimes 300 people on YouTube. Give people a chance to say, oh, that's not for me. Okay. All right. And be honest with people. But also realize when you start doing that, you are life in the public eye. People will ask you about their YouTube channel, about your YouTube channel. And you may start to get some local notoriety. Just make sure you're prepared for it. Especially if you're in hey, Doreen, hey, Robert, especially if you're in an area densely populated where you'll encounter a lot of people. You know, when I'm walking 3 miles one way and 3 miles back in, say, Oakland International Boulevard, I'm encountering hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, some measure which will be curious about what's being done. So make sure if you're going to chooch around your area that you know that if you're going to be honest with people, you're going to tell them about your YouTube channel, they're going to look you up. And just be prepared for that. That you will be a known commodity, particularly in your area. So if you're not happy with that thought of neighbors, you know, because most of the neighbors here know about the YouTube channel. They follow it. So if you're not comfortable with that, you will be a known commodity. You will give up some of your privacy in that regard. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Hey, Tasha. I'm just putting that out there. Yeah, you have to be vigilant. I don't really schedule my chats, Robert, but it's really nice to see you here. And of course, Robert will be up on the Rancho in April. Really nice guys. So I'm just telling people that ask me that there is, for you, it may be a downside. For me, I didn't much care. I enjoy being out in public, and I enjoy when people look up the channel and they see and they sub or they may leave or whatever. But at least they had the chance to know what you were doing and defer as many to being on camera. They didn't want to be, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna be switching it up a little bit. Happy Meal later this afternoon on a chooch in a different area. There's an area I want to. Yeah, I need to blow something up. There's an area I want to explore here. So for those of you who wrote and said, give me some advice on doing the street streams and doing that, make sure you're in your comfort zone. It's like I told Kat. The smart thing about Kat was, I don't think I'm going to go into sketchy neighborhoods to live stream. You don't have to. If you're known as the glam cat, then people would have the expectation of seeing you, like I said, in places like Beverly Hills. And they wouldn't expect you to see you rooting around a garbage can somewhere in Santa Rosa or somewhere in Vegas. Okay, so I don't want to see anybody get hurt, and I don't want anybody. I mean, no, somebody's going to eventually get hurt on here, and I don't want it to come back to me. Thank you, Barbie. Yeah, I'm brought the streaming to, boy, and probably to some extent before it was live streaming, just doing the daily afternoon walks on the streets and all that. I mean, I've been hauling a camera with me. I just don't want to see anybody get hurt. You got to be smart. Hey, be street smart. Yes, that's exactly right, Becca. Be street smart out there. Don't get yourself in a situation where you're not going to be able to talk your way out of it, where people come to a wrong conclusion. Be genuine, I guess I'm saying. Be genuine in your approach. Hey, Allie Pally. Yeah, choose the Los Altos Hills. Yeah, blow some things up. Well, it's coming up to moonshining season. That'll be interesting. We always light stuff up with some of our alcohol that we don't use. Yeah, Mallory said, I'm pretty sure no one is going to try and strip you of your monopoly on the ghetto. I will occasionally poke my head into nice neighborhoods, you know, just to see how the other half live. Don't be so friendly. There we go. It's been nice to see Vlogger Puppet picking up on that. Uber Goober lady, how are you doing? You wonderful, sweet, sexy thing. It's been nice to see me picked up on Vlogger Puppets again. That's been pretty cool. We got Mr. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let's interject here before we get to dealing with threats here. And we got Mr. Z's visit coming up, and I was communicating with Mr. Z today, and of course Mr. Z's the wonderful guy that we met down in Las Vegas. Super sweet, fun. I don't think he knew what to expect when he first encountered, when he knew he was going to meet us in Vegas. But after our meetup, he knew he had to be around the Rosie girl, you know, and Missy Jenn for the future. And we were very thrilled that he's going to come up to the Rancho here and spend some time. We're going to be doubling down. We're going to be in San Francisco a bit too. It's going to be difficult. He's made a request to go to a certain area related to his childhood, a place he's not been in 40 years. So he's curious to see what's changed in that area. Happy said, do you think you're sleeping better since you quit drinking? Not too much different. I noticed my neuropathy, very light neuropathy, Happy Meal. I noticed that I'm getting less, you know, the neuropathy is all but, you know, decreased by about 90%. I think heavy drinking, you know, it's not the healthiest thing. So So Mr. Z is going to come up. We're going to be doing, you know, we're going to see what the agenda is going to be, but we're going to have a great time. And then as soon as he clears out, it's Easter time. As soon as Easter's over, we got Missy Jenn's infusion. And then a week after she's all clear from that, I'm on the road. On the road to, Missy Jenn and I are on the road to Las Vegas, and you'll see Mr. Z again over there. And then I'll be on the road to Southern California and having some fun down there. And then in June, I'll be heading off to the Midwest, to the great state of Iowa, spending some time with Dave and Becca and Deb the RN. Hopefully, maybe meeting up with Janelle. That's going to be a lot of fun to do that. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, San Francisco will be good. The big problem in San Francisco is, what is it, Jen? Parking your damn vehicle. Now, I have commercial tags on the, you know, you don't want to clog a commercial spot, but if you duck into Chinatown for a half hour, you know, you might be able to get a place to park. Otherwise, you're upwards of you know, $90 to park a car for a day in San Francisco.
Pretend you're delivering fish or something.
Pretend I'm delivering fish. And also at the end of the month, we have this month we have crabbing coming up Saturday with the boss. Can you rent a bike? I guess we could, Dory Lynn, but I don't. People drive like nuts in San Francisco. It's just too damn dangerous. I don't want to have a bike. You know, I'm an old fucking crow, and there I go. Your life can change in an instant. Shay's like, I still love my Michelob Ultra. Shay was laughing about my Mick Ultra. It's pretty good though, isn't it, Shay? I can't wait to get back to drinking. How you doing, Alabama? So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll go around. We'll be doing a ton of live streaming, but I just don't think we're going to be on bike. It's just too damn dangerous. But we'll be getting into the Tenderloin and some of those areas. The Castro district should be very interesting. We'll try to make Chinatown over there. I know I love the Mick Ultra. It tastes unbelievable. Okay, take care, Barbie. The beautiful Barbie Pena. Nice to see you, honey. Cable cars are okay. You can stand at the. You can stand by the hotels on California Street, and you just see the cable car come by. But if you know, it's you can go down to Powell and Market Street and jump aboard and ride up the cable cars and all that. I can tell you with my with my carry permit. That's it. Should be a hoot down there for sure. Yeah, you got to hide from the mob, Davey. The lines are long, and the ride is not that much fun. If you have to stand on a cable car, let me tell you what, which a lot of people do. Hey, D, sometimes you're on a 35-degree slope. Sometimes even close approaching, looks like maybe 38 degrees. It can be brutal. When you're hanging on, going up a long climb like California Street, and it can be pretty trying. Skip the tourist crap. Everybody knows. I've got Cinematic San Francisco. Nobody watches it. Cinematic Sebastopol. Okay, it's all out there if you want to see it. Bart's not a bad way to get to San Francisco. That's true. It's not a bad way. Want to try to take the wheels in. So we'll have a good time with Mr. Z. Yeah, the cable cars are strictly for tourists. They're better to look at than ride on. They really suck to ride on them, in my opinion. You don't know how the reception will be? Well, we'll see. We should have a lot of. Hey, how you doing, Nicole? Nice to see you. We'll see how the reception is. If I need to, I'll drop back and do a lot of video. If I'm having a lot of problems, I will drop back and just do video stream. So I'm doing good. Doing good. Got a little bit of unexpected sunshine today. So I'm hoping that's going to, on Bart, you actually probably get better reception on Bart. I don't think who knows? Who knows? No, Butthead, I couldn't see Elvis on the streets of San Francisco. He'd just be winded. And I don't fancy doing CPR on the sidewalk right there. It's just, it's extremely hilly city. Because it's right in the heart of, it's right in earthquake country, right? Destroyed by the 1906 earthquake. Hey, Bella Rose. And I don't want to, it's not possible that Elvis could make it from one side of the peninsula to the other, say from the bay to the ocean, walking it up and over the hills. It wouldn't happen. It'd be like a cardiac arrest ready to go. All these people, I encourage them, please start walking. Get mobile. Same thing with Bergs. That's it, Robert. Goes well with a hilly girl. There we go. Same thing with Bergs. I tell them, get out there. Get walking. Start someplace. Don't complain. Take care, Becca. I'm a Deb. How you doing, Trish? Nice to see you. One sip at a time in the house. My beautiful girl there. How you doing, honey? Nice to see you. Hey, Cindy. You got a hysterectomy 30 years ago and cannot take estrogen. What do you take? I've been on injectables for estradiol for 4 years, pills before that. So I'll be going back to pills in April, because it reaches a certain age, you don't need as much, And the old saying is, when you get to 60, the men and women start looking more and more alike anyway. Oh no. Okay, Trish, keep us posted, honey. Off to the doctor. Thinks she's got pneumonia. She's I don't know, 3 or 4 months pregnant. Be careful, honey, okay? Be careful. Glad you're going to the doctor. Well, good luck, Cindy. It's tough. It's very difficult. Yeah, bundle up and still walk. Good for you. Good for you, Bella. Good for you, walking. Get the book, Stairway Walks to San Francisco. That's cool, Miss Pudwina. I think I'll look at that. I plan on spending some time, hey, Nocturnal down there. I'm going to be trying to boondock down there. But it's going to be part of my California adventure going south. It's going to start in San Francisco. Thank you, Davey. Going to start in San Francisco. Work my way down to Pacifica, Santa Cruz, Half Moon Bay, and Monterey, and Salinas, and right down the coast, San Luis Obispo, and right on down. Santa Barbara, San Clemente, San Simeon, all that right down the coast. Live streaming as much as possible. Now, dealing with threats, this is the main thing I want to get to today. Dealing with threats. And I don't know if some of you heard some of Marshall's things last night about some threats that he's received. And I don't make a lot of publicity about threats that get received. And people that threaten, I've had, there's various levels of threats that occur. And in my particular 6 years on YouTube, they've gone from just garden variety, you're a dick, don't ever come to say, whatever, don't ever come to Jackson, Mississippi or whatever. We'll be waiting for you. Okay. You could have a long wait. Although I love Mississippi. Yeah, there we go, Tasha. I understand that. The threat he made. Exactly. Watch your mouth is the #1 piece of advice. Watch what the hell comes out of your mouth. That's #1. I notice that people that don't go around issuing threats don't get a hell of a lot of threats. And a random person.
You got me from Tucker.
I did, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. St. Jude's Research Hospital. There we go. That's funny. Got my St. Jude's, which I'm a proud continuing supporter of. But if you don't put, if you don't, just watch what comes out of your mouth. Now, one of the big risks is you think you build a channel, you generate the big views, put out there that you got a threat. Well, it's what I call a self-generated threat. But the average person is not going to put it in gear and come and track you down unless you do something dumb like, well, come on, MF, come on and see me. I dare you. Show up here. Well, sometimes people take you up on it. Bella, it happens. Bella Rose says, can't believe grown adults threatening others on YouTube. Man, it happens. So there's the first level of threat is if you ever come to my place, your kind aren't welcome here. I got friends here, and if we see you in that shitty panel van, ... That's pretty much a garden variety. Hey, Mike and Mills, how you doing? That's pretty much a garden variety. What I call the level 2 threats is threats of specific, they come by mail. And like I say, everybody knows our P.O. box. And tons of people know our address. People Google satellite our location here. They know where we are. They know Santa Rosa better than the town next to them. They know where we are. And they'll send you everything from a blank piece of paper inside with lips on it, a kiss, which you hope it's one of those fine girls out there. But you never know. To, big fingers, things like that. That's pretty much still garden variety. You're not a stalker. Sneaky nudes, that's it. That's what I call a level 2. It's like the I gotchas. I know where you are. If I want to reach out and do something, just want you to know that I know where y'all live. Okay? The level 3 is when somebody takes that to the next level and physically rides by your place and does video, posts it on a private web page, and then writes a story inviting people, blah, 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 come on by. It's where this tranny lives here, blah, blah, blah. Horrible stuff like that. Okay, I've had that level before of threats. That's not fun. It's very disconcerting. Okay? Very disconcerting when that type of thing happens. There was a guy here, I'm not going to give any publicity. Nicole Green knows who he is. She had the same, how you doing, Original Al? She had the same type of run-ins before with this individual. And this individual made a point of coming on many of the public chats and telling people that he had ridden by my house on several occasions. Booby traps everywhere, Tuna. That's what I call the next level. Yeah, you know who it is, Nicole. Very creepy. Very creepy. Yeah, better be big booby traps. And the last level is they just, you know, start to mess with your life. And then you get potentially physically assaulted. You go to a place like Las Vegas, and we've had the phone ringing off the hook at the hotel. I've had the hotel manager come up, but you know, Jesus, you know, what's going on? Who in the hell are you? We're getting all these people calling. They're going to come down and meet, and they're going to meet in the lobby. Are you going to meet these people? We don't want an incident in the hotel. It's like, what the hell? You're like, whoa. Hey, Shannon, how you doing, honey? You know, people start to get really, really bent out of shape. Yeah, it's creeperish, but it's also dangerous. And then you have to worry when you hit the streets, is somebody just going to come up randomly and just punch your lights out? Because of YouTube. Because of YouTube. So I want to tell you I want to tell you my best advice. That's what I'm telling you, Original AI. You gotta keep that material confidential. Don't let what happened to your family happen. My family happen to your family. Okay. So I'm telling you, every threat, every time somebody's ridden by the Rancho, every time somebody has said something online, a direct threat. I've actually gone to the City of Santa Rosa Police Department and registered that threat with that person so that at least I have a basis of an ongoing proof of having come forward and documented that there's something going on. I suggest that you do the same. When you get any kind of threat, I'm not talking about the kind, oh, you goofball, you come down to Vegas, I'm going to snatch the wig off your head or whatever. I don't care. You know, that's just funny shit. But the kind that says, if I ever catch you again on the streets of Reno, I'm not going to say the rest of it. But I'm saying at least you have a basis that you can take some action. And I've said before, Google does care, probably more than the cops do, but they will ask you to provide proof that you've taken steps yourself to address the situation before they're going to go ahead and release anybody's personal information on YouTube to police or legal authorities. Okay? My advice is document that stuff. You don't have to immediately know who the person is behind the avatar. All you need to have is the timestamp, that name of that individual, when it occurred, and then nothing ever gets deleted on Google. And although people think that they have the anonymity of running through all these, well, I've got an offshore business, I'm pinging this off of that and putting on, no. Everything leaves a trail. And people get found out. Now, we get asked, Missy Jenn and I, we get asked the question, what do you do if somebody comes to the Rancho? Well, as you guys know, we had the police here in early February on a SWAT, and I don't care whether people call it a SWAT. Cops were here in force banging on that door. And then when I opened that door, Santa Rosa police, they just blew right past me. Right down the hallway. And they fanned out over the whole place. I don't know remember whether it was 5 or 6 cops. That's messing with your life. You know, and then to have to endure the people that say it never happened or you called it in on yourself. Well, if I didn't open the door, Tasha, they were going to knock the door down. They were either going to come through the door or they were going to come through the window. But when they have a notification that somebody is stabbed and that there's somebody on the loose with a knife on the Rancho, they're coming in one way or the other. They're not going to go get a judge's writ. They have all the probable cause they need. Do I hold them responsible? No. Because in my opinion, they're just doing their job. How you doing, Jinxie? In my opinion, they're just doing their job. There could be a life in danger. Somebody said, oh, Rosie's old boyfriend is rampaging there and has already stabbed one person. They're coming in the door. Or they're coming in the window, but they're coming in. That's messing with your life in a major, major way. Now, some people have asked, what's going to happen if somebody comes into the Rancho uninvited? It's not the authorities. I'm not going to be one of these people to wave weaponry. We have enough videos out there of showing Missy Jenn and I operating proficiently on the firing range with our pistols. We know how to defend ourselves here. And this is all leading to the question I got today. Would you take somebody out that broke into the Rancho and was threatening? The answer is, of course, yes. The answer is yes. That's the ultimate taking it to the bank. That's the ultimate. You know, obviously you have some mental issues at that point where you're so affected by somebody on YouTube that you have to physically come at them. Indy says, Rosie, I got raided years ago when I was involved with a bad guy. 9 armed cops, dogs, armed police were scary. I dumped the bad guy. Bella Rose said it's crazy. One has to worry about all this because they have a channel on YouTube. See, you don't know who's on the other side of the channel. I know I watch Shannon 681. I know she's of sound mind. She might have a mouthpiece on her. She'll dress down a few MFs. But I'm pretty damn sure she ain't going to take to her wheels and put it in gear and knock down somebody's door to get to them. But I'm telling you what, there's some people out there on YouTube that do some really frightening stuff. We have people that are heavily medicated, people that are on extreme psychotropic drugs that do not even comprehend the realities, that are unable to separate real life from YouTube life. The people that can go out there and stalk a Jodie Foster, stalk some of these people in Hollywood, shoot a president. It's pretty sad. But it's the realities of the world that we live in today. Yeah, and there's people who are just sick and vile and evil and get pleasure from it. But I will say this, the ultimate first line of defense, yeah, a couple of them, their mom dropped them on their heads. That's right. Yeah, take your pills. Yeah, I enjoy watching Shannon, but I'm saying your ultimate first line of defense, and I tell this to Elvis, it's what comes out of your own mouth. You sow the wind, you reap the whirlwind. You tell somebody you want to smash their teeth out of their head. To some people with a noble bend to them, they take that as a great affront. Call it chivalry. Call it old school. But they're going to rattle your cage. They're probably not going to do anything, probably not in real life. But what are you going to do if they come for you, brother? We've already seen one guy come for you. And it didn't end real good. You really, how you doing, Michelle? You really tempt fate. Because you have no idea who's out there. And some people just don't give a fuck. Their life is fucked up. Their wife might have told them, hit the road, Jack. And you caught somebody on a really, really bad day. Now they got time on their hands, motivation. And they're just going to take somebody out. This is what you should fear. Just that odd time where motivation and opportunity come together. Yeah, stupid should hurt. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, exactly. So whenever anybody tells me, you know, that they're going to do this, or they're going to be a tough guy, or I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to go do that, I just tell, are you really going to do that? Are you really going to mess your life up for that? And for the people that flap their lips, and Elvis ain't the only one. I'm not going to give publicity to some of the other ones. Just beg people, come and get me. And a guy recently in the gaming community got his head bashed in, walking down the street of Louisville, Kentucky. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yeah, a guy was swatted last night. It's just a reality. The only thing that's going to change swatting, Shannon, is there is legislation pending in Congress now to make swatting a felony and give police the tools they need to be able to properly follow through and stop that happening. Because believe it or not, there's some police departments that they'd rather go out on that kind of call than a real hoe down on the street where some real shit's coming down. To them, it's just time on the police log. More resources, more requests for funding and money. Yeah, the scary thing is you can do nothing wrong and get swatted. Well, you don't think you do something wrong, but somebody. You know, obviously, when I had this Stewie situation at the bar in Sebastopol, California, it triggered some people. On the heels of my meeting Dave and Becca, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And somebody took that to the bank. Shannon. Yeah, well, you keep trolling me. That's the same person that had the ridiculous thing about wearing a bikini top and stuff. It's like you be you, I'll be me. Thank you. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, Nicole, but that's a strange way to respond. Nicole says, I don't think it was triggering. I think people just didn't approve. But yeah, I mean, but it's a strange response. The normal thing to do on YouTube is to do a video, to do a response, which some people did. Shauna Males did one. Sean. Some other people did. A lot of people weighed in on that. And a lot of people were dragged into the middle of that. Yeah, well, I appreciated your stand, This Tippy Canoe is just a troll. This person is always... Let me fix this camera. All right, and I am back. Tippy Canoe knows exactly what Tippy does. I don't need that nonsense. If you want to say something, say it once. You're not going to engage my side chat in your nonsense. Go do a video about it if it bothers you that much, okay? But I'm just saying, people, RB Davey says, I'm not afraid to die, Rosie. Well, it's easy to say that. At the moment, it's easy to say that at the moment. Another idiot here. That's kind of fun today. No wonder you guys have so much fun. That's it. For me, I will just say this to Tippy Canoe. You know how many women tell me that I've liberated them in their lives? How many women say, oh, when I got to 40 years old, I just felt like, oh, I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be sexy anymore. Bullshit. Now I have women writing me, Rosie, if an old crow like you can do what you do, it's going to be a hell of a summer on the beach. I love that. People want to tell you what to do or how to be, how to showcase yourself. And you find yourself living your life on the approval of others instead of just being all you can be on your own, taking no prisoners, and being happy on the daily. That's it, Shannon. Living your truth. JK's like, Rosie liberated me. I'm laughing. Yeah, I know a few women would like to liberate you there, JK. Anyway, I just wanted to say, it's be proud of yourself. Love yourself. Don't allow yourself to be viewed in the eyes of others and take their judgment as yours. Yeah, we have norms in society, but recognize what makes society great is what would you say, the spectrum of people out there. Think about YouTube. Would we all gravitate to a channel where things are vanilla? Where we have Hal from 2001 A Space Odyssey. Good morning, Hal. How are you? How are you feeling today? What would you like for breakfast? What makes YouTube great is the spicy notes that get thrown in on top of the oatmeal of everyday life down here, right? The spicy little nuts, of which I'm one, of which I hate to tell you, Shannon, sometimes you're one. Allie Pally. That's what makes Shay, that's what makes it so much fun. So much fun down here. Yeah, we just have to be ourselves. That's exactly right, Shay. And it's been a real honor to see you back and see you around. Our lives aren't always as we want them to be. And we sure as hell know on YouTube that you have to have a hell of a thick skin to motor through and to make sure that things are fun. So it's people like the Shannons, the Shays, the Allie Pallies, the Rosies, dare I say the Elvises, that really put the sweet and sour notes into YouTube. Mama Ricky, how are you doing, babe? Nice to see you. Sometimes you feel like a nut. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? It's a really good question, Bonkers. I'm pretty happy about where I am right now. Pretty happy. Yeah, you may not say the Elvis. Yeah, nice to see you, Mama Ricky. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. Be right back. Ooh. All right. What's nice to see today, and a real treat. Yeah, Nicole wants to live in South Korea. What's been very nice to say today is it's hard to believe, like, the old gang is coming together from 2013 on here. Seeing Shay and seeing Nicole in here, and knowing that Francis is still around. You know, it's amazing we're still around all these years later, still being on YouTube, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, Stewie, there we go. Ice Machine, how posh. Yeah, I've got this LG. So the last thing I want to talk about today is really giving thanks. There's not enough people here, I think, that really step up and say thank you to all the people that come by and watch. And the thing I've told you guys before that really astounds me on YouTube, the thing that really blows me away is you enjoy the anonymity, if you're an Alabella, and to some extent a Cassidy Hampton. Many of the other people here on the channel, you enjoy Princess Fairy, the anonymity of being behind an avatar. And if you really wanted to mess with people's lives, you could do it. You could be a brute. You could be a bitch, bastard. You could take these people that you see in the public eye every day and have a field day with them. You could see somebody that's having a bad day and kick them again while they're down. You could see somebody that's flying high and just puncture their balloon. You could come on here and hurl insults to people and nobody would ever know who you are. You could mess with people's families, people's lives, people's jobs. And there's a good chance nobody would ever know who you are. But what really blows me away is like 99% of the people here, when given a choice of being positive or negative in the way they approach YouTube, vote positive. By their actions on the daily. Yeah, never use your real name. But on the daily, people come in here and uplift other people and be positive to other people. That absolutely astounds me. But it shows me that the great nature of most people here on YouTube. Now, if you poke people, you mess with people. People have a sense of justice on YouTube. And I've always tried to instill this in Elvis. You know, and try to encourage him to treat YouTube as more than just a business. And that people will be used for views, and well, once in a while we have to poke the tiger a little bit to get the drama going. At the end of it all you're asking people to do is make your life miserable. And we see how that happens. There you go, JK. I don't know what happened to Serena Shea, to tell you the truth. But I think it's awesome the way most people are. All I can tell you, Mama Ricky, is sooner or later we all have to come to grips with our own being. Some of us don't do it later in life. How you doing, John? Some of us don't accomplish it till later in life, but we always have to face it sooner or later. We always have to face it. And that's the reality. You try to live in two worlds, it never works. You try to live two lives, it never works. One or the other is going to win out. And that's the sad reality. The sooner you come to grips with who you are, and one of the things I've always liked here on YouTube is people have said, Rosie, I don't care whether you're trans, I don't care whether Elvis is gay. We get past that, or we don't get past that in the first 5 minutes. Maybe the first week. We see some of the crazy shit you do. Some of the crazy shit Elvis does. We get past that quick. And then the people are on to judging you for the way you interact. They see you on other chats. They see how you treat people. They see if you're appreciative. They see if you're a user. People are pretty damn smart. I've always tried to tell Elvis, money flows where genuine love goes. But if you play a game, don't underestimate the intelligence of people to see what's going on. Man, people hate to be used. How you treat people is key, and people know it. That's right. Judge you by your water pressure. Judge you by the number of fleas on the couch. Right? The number of stitches missing on your 800 thread count Egyptian cotton sheets. Yeah, you'd never want a YouTube channel if you had 95% haters. Exactly. It might be what's best for business, but it ain't what's best for your long-term mental health. Unless you're a complete and utter moron. Thank you, John. Yeah, deception brings it to real life. Wicked fast. Damn right. You know, be one of these people on YouTube that ends a live stream and they think it's over and they say some shitty comment about the people watching. Yeah. What you really think about these people. Or curse a donor because they don't donate again, or give people a glimpse of what your heart's really like on here, and they'll never forget it. They will never forget it. Yeah, whoops. Whoops, I'm not going to say that on. I'll message you later, Nicole. Yeah, don't eat. Yeah, moron defined. Don't eat poop on YouTube. That's exactly right. Won't ever happen. You don't get better than not people. If you treat everyone. Well, I'm just saying, it'll always be a struggle. You might get, you know, and I enjoyed Norm F. I've enjoyed his patronage. You know, he's a big player down here. I sure appreciate his gratuity, but you know, you try to keep things geared for everybody. Everybody. No matter what they do. Check your right nip. There we go. Thank you, Cobra John. Thank you, Cobra John. Well, I'm going to go ahead and we'll answer a few questions on here and read a few comments. Dee says, and what somebody does in the privacy of their bedroom is their thing. People shouldn't take what someone is into and turn them into a deviant. I also don't think, I want to say this the best way I can. I'm not, should I go here or not? Should I go down this road or not? I don't like to lead with someone's sexuality. Being in a world where I think everybody was created equal, I don't think sexuality is any more of a leading card than the color of your skin. I remember Bobby once relayed a story. How you doing, Helen? I remember Bobby once relayed a story, my wonderful friend Bobby, that he worked at as a trainer for a bus company. And one day across the parking lot, guy came up to him and said, his first lead off was Bobby first. Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm going to be your trainer today. And the guy said, hi, I'm Marvin. I'm your new trainee and I'm gay. And Bobby was like, what? I mean, are you serious? That's really your leading, that's your first card. That's your whole card in life. And we just heard that story. It was like, wow. And I've always thought to myself, it shouldn't really matter to people. It's like this gal said above, I'm not sure who it was, D, just me. What you do, your sexual proclivities should not even be, you know, exposed to the light of day or whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to sound prudish, but I don't, you know, it's not going to move my needle a lot. Yeah, I could use a relaxing body massage. So what I'm saying is I've always felt like, you know, you're looking for more acceptance from people than mainstream society should give. You know. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, it's just it's not a leading indicator of you. I don't want any special carve out for myself. There's been people that said, "Oh, Rosie, you know, you don't give back to the trans community. You don't do enough to support the trans community," because I don't want to throw a crutch to people. I don't want them to think that there's something extra special for them out there because they're transgender. So for like Missy Jenn and our goal was to get into the so-called straight community and infiltrate as much into there as possible and just live. And not dwell on that, not dwell on just do maybe 1 or 2 videos a month about just what it is trans and risks of feminization surgeries. You know, just, you know, transition means passing through from one, transiting, moving from one thing to another, not staying in the middle of it. Yeah, you have a foot fetish, but you don't start out conversations with that fact. Exactly. Neither do I, Nicole. I rarely do them. You know, we have our piece, we say our piece early on. Yeah, I see that stuff. There's a lot of stuff I don't agree with. You know, I mean, I just think it's ridiculous, some of the things that are going on in the community. You don't start the conversation off by taking your shirt off immediately. Of course not. You okay? You know, Missy Jenn's taking off her sweatshirt. Yeah. Only see Rosie and Biggie. There you go, Shay. I had to check on dinner. So I want to just tell people that's just my thoughts on things. So I tend to never feel really fulfilled, and I don't say anything about any. You go where you want in chat, but I don't enjoy chats where, you know, though that's being discussed all the time. It just is. I want to move past that, you know, and just do the fun things and just have already documented and done that experience. Yeah, there you go, Jaded. It's about time. Only been a year. Jaded Diva. There we go. I'd meet you. I'd buy you. I'd get blasted with you, Uber Goober lady. I would shut the damn bar down with you, honey. You would. That's what I was. Cass, that's right. I'm just another. What did they say, Cassidy, on what's the famous musical group? Pink Floyd. All we are is just another brick in the wall. And that's the way I love it. There ain't no special bricks in the wall. You might be a brick that's a different color, be a little odd shape, be a little different. But at the end of the day, you're still a brick. Another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. That's it, JK. Your open mind is why people love you and hate you, Rosie. JK No Cal. Who knew? Who knew JK, the 2019 Philosopher of the Year? The Alan Watts of 2019. I'd love to hang out with you, Uber Goober lady, stream with you, sit there and break out my 5th of 4 roses and shut it down with you, honey. Yeah. You guys are funny as hell. Just another bitch in the wall. That's right. You're one of the most fascinating people on YouTube to me, Uber Goober lady.
Yeah, not just a brick in the wall.
Not just a brick in the wall. A very colorful brick in the wall. Hello, pecan baby. Yeah, still time to turn 19 around for the positive side. That's right, Cobra John. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meal? Said. Barrow, how you doing, sweetie? Edward says, I deal with death threat every day, Rosie. People even dox me too. No, I've not really heard. I have heard her sing. She did, damn. Not stormy weather. She did something. What the hell did you do, Uber? I can't even remember. What did you do? She did a schmoll. What did you do, Uber Goober lady? What was the song? It wasn't stormy weather. Stormy weather. Georgia on my mind. Yeah, she knocked it out. I could not believe it. She's a gifted singer. Georgia on my mind. Blew me away. 7 lonely days and another lonely night. So do it wasn't for you. Yesterday, or was it the day before? Boop, 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 boop. Kentucky rain keeps falling down. There you go, Harvey. Certain, boop, 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 with the rain in my shoes, raining, searching for you. Love that. Yeah, so I seek out the colorful people. It's fun. Yeah, Auntie Uber's voice is incredible. Helen, I hope your mom's doing okay. Yeah, let's Uber it. Yeah, it's funny. I get a real bang out of Uber Goober lady. I really do. When she brings the heat. I know that was scary, Ellen. And I'll see Uber. I could not believe. Ooh, that Elvis was on Rosie's panel. And I think, oh shit, she's putting it in gear for the Rancho. Yeah, I don't have a problem with John Hagee. John Hagee threatened me. He's another one that threatened to bring it to real life. So, you know. These days, I think people are a lot more understanding about shit that people trump up for views as opposed to what they really think in their heart and stuff. Okay, take care, D. Not much to chooch, honey. You take care. Have a wonderful one. Yeah, John Hagee's one that came on threatening the hell. Yeah, I know, Uber Goober lady. I love you, honey. Oh, good. I'm glad, Helen. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. It's like Deb, Sid's angel, Debbie Davis. Yeah, her. She's got some relief on that front. Uber calls you shithead. I doubt that, JK. I doubt that. I'll never forget looking at Elvis's face when I had him on panel with JK. And I said, hey, Milky Way, hey, Bosco, hey, Milky Way. And I told Elvis is going on about, oh, I got 3 million views. I'm known by 120 million people around the world, and I'm an international celebrity. And, you know, James would never say it. JK NoCal would never say it himself, right? Because JK's, you know, he's a beautiful person, but he's not going to be one out there and say, hey, Elvis, I'm going to be featured on a TV show, a cable TV on DIY network called First Time Flippers come the fall. So I knew JK wouldn't say anything. And when I put that out there to Elvis, man, you could just, the gears were grinding. You know, he's clutching for gear. I said, JK is going to be seen by millions of people, man. He's real celebrity, right? And Elvis was clutching for, he couldn't find the fucking gear. He couldn't find that fucking gear to get in. He's like, hey, I need third or first or what is 7th, what 16th gear? What am I gonna do, man? It was funny as hell. Well, it's really JK. It was funny as hell. You know, it was classic. It was a classic fucking moment. All of a sudden, it's like if you're playing Texas Hold'em and you both push all in, it's heads up at the end. It's just you against somebody else, and there's 2 huge stacks of chips, right? And you've been kind of slow playing all night and just kind of making yourself look like a weak opponent. And then you get to that final showdown deal. And you turn that final river card. Before that final river card, you got that one final bet and you push all in. And there's Elvis feeling all good. I'm all in. Thinking JK ain't ever going to make the call. Sit back. And JK just sits there milking the moment, looking around. Staring down the king. Call. Oh shit. Flip over. There JK's got the nut flush, man. It's done. Done. That's what happened on that stream that night. Terry says, could you explain to Elvis that Canadian law is not covered in American version? Look, there's not a lot of free speech in a lot of places, okay? Terry, don't worry about it. We got you covered, Terry. We got Canada covered. Big time. So I'd like to see that. Belle's daughter. Okay, there you go. Cool. So that's just one of those great moments in YouTube history that should be forever memorialized. And now Elvis got to wrap his head around the fact that we got a real dyed-in-the-wool, bona fide Hollywood star in our midst, JK NoCal. And I can say I've dined with this man and his beautiful wife on many occasions and broke bread with a true YouTube celebrity. You will see the celebrity on the Rancho. Mills, how you doing? Hello, Narce. How are you? I got to call you later about, need to talk to you about the channel. I had some thoughts on that. I hope you're staying safe out there. We really miss you here. Stay safe out there. Well, I don't really, I used to, elbow babble. Used to care. I don't really care anymore. I used to cringe every time something came out of his mouth. I don't anymore. I just enjoy my days on YouTube now. Hello, Patreon. I sure will. I sure will, Narce. Tomorrow I got to go get my fishing license, get a new lounge chair for out back. Being safe is good, I learned, because I broke my arm on a skateboard trick. There you go. That'll do it. St. Charles isn't far from, what is that, 10 miles? Less than 10 miles. St. Charles is just west of St. Louis, as I recall. Ain't that right, Narce? It's about 10 miles. Yeah, about an hour, I guess. Going good, Christopher. Thank you. Oh, you're going to be there tonight. Okay. You on the I-70, Narce? Yeah, I know that area. I know it very well, St. Charles around there. Greasy Bottom. There you go, Sambo. Catfishing is fun. Narce, I'm going to send you a link. I want to talk to you about this thing right now. I'm going to use the bathroom for a minute. I don't know if you're in a position I can send you a link or not. You got a little upset about your bids there, and I just want to make sure you understand the difference between a content match and a strike on YouTube. So, let's see if he can come on a couple minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought, okay, good. All right. I'm glad. It's not a strike. If you get a content match, it just means you can't monetize it. Just the artist, the musical artist gets to monetize it. That's all that means. You're not in trouble. There's so much music that's incidentally captured when I'm at places, Oh, you're going to be a grandma again. All right, Mama Ricky, congratulations. That's cool. All right, so we're cool, Narce. I just didn't want you to think. Hey, I found a place down in Petaluma that's a newly opened head shop. It's got all kinds of hookah. So next time you're there, we're going to go down. We're going to get me set up with a hookah set up down there. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, there's Robert. Wanted to say hi to Oda May. Vegas Vixen. Woo! How you doing, honey? They got a really nice, a huge, probably Oda May remembers it from my Petaluma stream. Hookah head shop. It was amazing. I mean, the guy couldn't believe I knew so much about hookah. I'm like, you have Fahar. It's like, wow, you really know hookah. Woo! And they had blueberry. They had orange, lemon. They had all of it. Pecan baby, sweet. You collected hookahs. I love them. People thought I would get hooked on hookah, but I didn't. Just you smoke it, you don't think about it. You put it away, you don't think about it. So, pretty cool. Oh, you have a hookah? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So I want to go with next time Narce's on home leave. I want to go down with him down to the hookah place. I want to take Missy Jenn down there and go down and check it out. It's a lot of fun. I didn't really feel like it was like smoking cigarettes. It was a totally different experience to me. So I thought it was pretty cool. Yes, you do, Rob. Now you're sucked into my life. Handsome Robert, huh? Next is Handsome Robert up on the Rancho. Bobby? What? Oh, Robert will smoke hookah, yeah. Yeah, his name of the show is called First Time Flippers on DIY Network. First Time Flippers. Oh, I always inhale when I smoke. But I didn't feel like, it didn't feel like cigarette smoke to me. I don't think it has a high quantity of nicotine in it. I'm not sure.
It looks like a fresh breath of air.
It has some good flavor profiles to it. Yeah, nicotine is addictive, elbow babbles, but I didn't know if it was enough. I felt like it was pleasurable. I didn't feel like it was, oh, I got to get up in the morning and light the hookah. Oh, that curtain rod. Sorry. There we go. Everybody hates that curtain rod. I'm waiting for Oda May to come by, and I'm waiting for Mallory Williams to come by and fix that up. People hate that curtain, you know. Better. Yeah, you didn't have to hold anything. Yeah, I'm gonna get JK NoCal to come fix it. Hey Goose, how you doing? Yeah, just fix this son, bitch. John, then what would people talk about? Mallory Williams wants to redo this place so bad. What does curtain rod mean? He knows what a curtain rod is. All right, Cheryl, how you doing, honey? Nice to see you. I'm gonna go ahead and fix it, but yeah, we need it to be straight. Do it before drinking. I know. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, guys. I will be on the road this afternoon. I've not figured out where I'm going to be. Make your picture on the wall. It was tilted before, and people insisted that I get up and fix it. They always insist I get up and fix that picture. So I'm going to go ahead and close it down. I will see you guys on the road this afternoon, depending on how tired I am, or I might do some space girling tonight. I'm not sure. Hey, Harvey. Yeah, we need that hood shoot. We got one coming up. It's not going to be so much of a hood. I'm going to flip it up a little bit, Happy Meal. Going to be an interesting area. So see you around, Alabella. Have a great day, everybody. Nocturnal 60s, JK. Love you guys. I mean it.